New Black Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature that's for the masses. Where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. We all just come together, there's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
All right, my beautiful people, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks so much for tuning in on this terrific Thursday. Thanks so much for being here. I see you, Miss Shanique. I see AV Nose in the building. Audrey's in the house. Thanks so much for joining in. Of course, Karen is sharing, or Sharon is Karen. Go ahead and share the video. Let people know that Black people do read. So we are back here today with the New Black Wall Street Book Club, and we're going through a book from our sister called The 5 Rules for Persevering in Your Life. And so we actually do have the book available for you. It's only $10 to get. You actually can support a Black author, and you can actually practice group economics at the same time. We're going through chapter 2 today, rule number 2, which is persevering at your work. So we'll be going through this book and going through this chapter and talking about this today. Now, of course, I want to let you know a couple things that we got going on. Not only the book, but we also do have your custom bookmarks as well. And hey, what's going on, Tasha? And this is the African Side of the Motherland bookmark here. So you got your, we call it book jewelry. Everybody put in comments little book jewelry. So you get your red, black, and green for your Africa. You get your Africa symbol on the bottom, and then you get your Ankh on the other side. And you just basically just put that thing in your book like this. Capture your play. You got that thing just like that. So there's your book jewelry. So you can get this for $10 as well. This is made by Mr. Black Dude Magic is what he's called, but a Black guy made this as well, custom made these as well for us for our book club. So you get the book for $10. You get the book jewelry for $10 as well. And then we also want to make you aware of a couple other things. Of course, as you may know, I've written a book called The Black Billionaires Club. That book is now in pre-order. What we found is out of 2,043 billionaires today, there's only 12 of them that are Black. And we're going to say that again. Out of 2,043 billionaires today in 2017, on May 25th, 2017, only 12 of them are Black. And I just believe, well, why not study those 12? Find out what they did to build their wealth, what challenges they went through, what they had to overcome to become the billionaire that they are today. And we've written a book about it because wealth is a study. Wealth is a study. If you want to be wealthy, I recommend that you study wealthy people. Don't study broke Uncle Joe. Study wealthy people and what they've done. And there are some connections between what all of them have done in order to get to where they are today. And so make sure that you go ahead and pre-order the book. Just go to www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. When you order the book before Father's Day, we're going to throw in a class for your kids, stock market class for kids, to teach your children or to introduce them to the stock market. Stock market class for kids. It's a $99 class. It's going to come free for you and your family when you pre-order the book, The Black Billionaires Club, today. You want to do that before Father's Day. Also, we have the Young Black Billionaires online summer camp as well. So once we got through with the book, we said, well, hey, there were some things that we draw from the book. And 2 of those things that wealthy people do, number 1, is they are entrepreneurs. They own something. Everybody put in the comments below, own something. They own something. And then number 2, they're heavy into the real estate game. So they not only own a business, they own real estate. So we're going to teach your children about entrepreneurship and real estate this summer. It's going to be an 8-week online camp, right, where you're going to be able to sign them up. We got 3 different payment plans available. It's going to start June 15th. And you register your child. We only have 30 slots available. So if you're serious about or committed to teaching your children something that they're not going to learn in a public school education, you're going to teach them. Here's what my mentor told me. I learned this. It changed my life. He said this. He said, formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. Let me say that again. Formal education, the school system, it's going to teach you how to make a living. But it's going to be your self-education that's going to teach you how to make a fortune. And what I'm saying to you parents is this. When are you going to get out of the way and allow your children to learn early what you learned late or may not have learned at all? And this is called wealth building. Entrepreneurship and real estate will be taught. The principles of it will be taught this summer to your children in the Young Black Billionaires online summer camp. Where you want to sign up for that is go to www.youngblackbillionairesclub.com. www.youngblackbillionairesclub.com. It's a 3 partnerships with 3 different companies. One's a real estate company. One is a company that deals with entrepreneurship, and we have merged together to try and make a difference in our community. But it's going to be up to the community to decide whether they really are serious about this. If they're committed to this thing called building wealth and making sure they put their kids into the right position to do that. So again, Black Billionaires book, that's out. www.theblackbillionairesclub.com for you to pre-order by Father's Day. Get the free class. Young Black Billionaires online camp to teach your children about real estate and entrepreneurship, the 2 things that billionaires do. www.youngblackbillionairesclub.com. Let's get right into the book. So we are into 5 rules for persevering in your life. Rule number 2, persevering at work. Everybody put in the comments below, persevering at work. She has this quote here, says, be like a postage stamp. Stick to the one thing until you get there, says Josh Billings. So Lisa Marie Stringer, who wrote this book, and get this book again for $10. Just inbox me and let me know you want to order the book. We'll get this thing out to you. She says this: I'm not used to interviewing for a job or promotion and not getting it. I've just always been able to secure those things within the first 10 minutes of a manager speaking to me. I've been given positions while there are still applicants being interviewed. Imagine to my surprise when I interviewed for a promotion at work and didn't get it. To say that I was crushed is putting it mildly. I went into the interview extremely confident that it was a no-brainer for me to get the position. When I was told that I didn't get it and that it was awarded to someone that didn't do a quarter of the work that I did, I was devastated. I mean, I actually cried real tears. The feedback that I received was that I wasn't approachable. That was a load of crap, and I vocally expressed it as well. I went on to state that everyone in that store, including managers, called upon me to resolve problems they had throughout every single one of my shifts. I just did not understand the logic behind that feedback. After that devastating experience, I vowed that I would never interview for another promotion within that store. 1 year later, 3 more promotions became available, and I stated once again that I was not going to apply for the position. Many of my coworkers and managers begged me to apply, so I did. Now, I couldn't imagine the experience could be any more devastating than the first time. Yet it was 100 times worse. They gave the positions to people whose sales metrics were nowhere near mine. I had to maintain top sales status for 2 years in a row with no one even coming close to catching up with me. One person only worked a part-time shifts a week, which sent my blood levels boiling. How many guys have been mad, upset, disgusted by people being promoted over you when you know you've done a better job? Have you guys been in that position? You're like, what's going on here? How did this, sometimes it's not about what you know, it's about who you know, right? So, I mean, if you walked into that store, you could feel my wrath. I said enough is enough and decided to pull back on my level of contribution to the store. And once again, I was overlooked for this position. This time, it was the fact that I didn't answer a question in the manner that one of the managers wanted me to. I was beyond livid at this point. I requested to sit down with my store leaders to try and get a better understanding of why I once again denied a promotion that I rightly deserved. Now, somebody wanted to put, I felt like I rightly deserved, but I rightly deserved. Now, this is one of the first times the word perseverance was used to describe me. He explained how he admired the way I persevered through the difficulties that I faced regarding the politics of the store. He gave me something to assist me with my anger and frustrations I was having. The first item was the Lominger Competency Resource Guide, which I will share, and another was a book on CD entitled How to Win and Influence Friends by Dale Carnegie. How many guys got that book? How to Win and Influence Friends. I think it's How to Win and Influence Friends by Dale Carnegie. I'm forever in his debt for sharing these invaluable tools with me. I would like to challenge you to purchase a copy of the book in whatever format is best for you, as well as take a look at the section of the LCRG pertaining to perseverance that I share in the following pages. So the LCRG, a Lominger Competency Resource Guide. So here she says, perseverance skills used look like this. Pursues everything with energy. drive, and a need to finish. Seldom gives up before finishing, especially in the face of resistance or setbacks. Are you someone that perseveres through it all? Are you a person that pursues everything with energy, with drive, and a need to finish? Do you seldom ever give up before you actually do finish? That's what college is about. That's what graduation is about, right? It's not because they started school. It's because they finished school. That's what graduation is about, that they finish something. Everybody put in the comments below, finish it. See, we got to become a people that actually finish what we start. We can't just march to Washington and say, you know, what we say when we went to Washington last time? I don't know. We had this whole thing that we talked about not spending money on Christmas. I forgot what the saying was, but we started it, but then we finish it, right? So we got to become a people that actually finish what we start, whatever that is. If you're going to rally, if you're going to march, if you are going to start a business, if whatever it is, you're going to do your business plan, whatever it is, you must become a person that's going to finish. Why would you, think about this, why would you celebrate the perseverance of your child getting through elementary, high school, college, and not finish your own stuff so you can be celebrated? Don't you know that that's just a replication of every stage in life? That they finish something and they get the rewards, they get all the applause, they get all the sash, they get the walk and feel good moment. Well, adult, parent, whoever I'm talking to right now, I want to celebrate your success when you finish, right? Why can't we have a graduation for you in life? Not because you walked across some stage and got educated, but because you finished what you said you were going to start. To me, that makes sense. It's accomplishment. I actually finished. Right? We get excited about starting, but we don't have the commitment to complete. Let me say that again. Many of us get excited, motivated to get started, but don't have the commitment or the resolve or the perseverance to finish. Finish what you start. And I'm telling you, you'll have so many certificates on your wall. You'll have so many checks in your bank account because you are a person that finishes. And who am I talking to right now that is a finisher? You're not a starter. You're not a quitter. You are a finisher. See, I am a finisher. They call me the executioner. I finish. I say I'm going to do something and I get it done in spite, right? In spite of what may happen, in spite of who started with me but didn't finish with me, in spite of all the people that walk away, in spite, I finish what I say I'm going to do. Why? Not for you, because it's my own goal. I mean, what do I look like? Not persevering to complete my very own goal. It's my goal. It's not your goal. I understand you might not make it all the way to the end, but I am going to finish. I want the sash. I want the cap and gown. I am going to finish. And how do you do that? You do that with this thing called perseverance. You pursue everything with energy and drive and a need to finish. Seldom do you ever give up before finishing, especially in the face of resistance or setbacks. How many of you are people or how many of you are a person or individual who comes across a setback or comes across resistance and that just makes you go harder? That's who I am. I don't know who I'm talking to. I think I've attracted to this stream right now people who are like me. Like, you get hit with something, you take that little hit back, but then you come back stronger. Right? You take that little hit back, you're like, oh, that hurt, but you come back stronger. Resistance. And that's the funny thing about resistance. What I've learned in life is that resistance is only a test. Everybody put that in the comments below. Resistance is only a test. And what is it a test of? It is a test of your resolve. In other words, How serious are you about finishing? Was it just an idea? Was it just something that sounded good for you to do at the time? It really wasn't something you were serious about. You hit resistance, you just go ahead and fold up. Or are you a person saying, no, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do. So regardless of what life throws my way, I am going to finish. And you get hit with that resistance and you bounce back because you own a rubber band. You're a rubber band man. You bounce back and say, no, I'm still here. I'm still moving forward, regardless of what you throw at me. You got to become a finisher. She says, unskilled use gives up too soon or moves on to something that's going better. Doesn't push hard enough to get things done. Doesn't go back with different strategies for the third and fourth try. May take rejection too personally. May hesitate to push when met with conflict, disagreement, or attacks. May agree too early just to get it over with. May compromise for less than the original goal or objective. May simply not want to take charge or be out front. That's what it looks like, unskilled use. Says this is what it looks like in practice, perseverance in practice. The need for perseverance comes about because you weren't executive the first time. The thing you are trying to get done is being resisted, or your customers and the audience aren't ready to do what you need. It's not on their agenda. Sticking to the course, especially in the face of pushback, is what perseverance is all about. Going back a second and a third time, or however many tries are needed. Don't you know? Don't you know the seventh richest person in the world, in order for her to get her oil contract, she had to go through resistance 9 times over a 3-year span, but that was her goal. This is why I wrote the book. Because we don't know what these people have gone through in order to get to where they are. Well, we don't know who people are. Okay. Then we don't know what they've been through to get to where they are. That's why I wrote the book. It's a book to inspire you to persevere and to finish. Because if they can do it, if I know it can be done, I know it has been done, well, by golly, I know I can do it. Because it's possible to be done. Now I just got to understand it's possible for me to do it, and I go out and I get it done. So he said, going back and said, perseverance is about using a variety of ways to get things done. Persevering people try different ways when the first way isn't executive. Why don't people persevere? You may fear the rejection. The persevering don't take it personally, even when people try to make it so. You may have trouble taking a stand. The persevering do it as a matter of course to accomplish something worthwhile. Let me ask you this. Are you pursuing something right now in your life that's worthwhile? Are you pursuing something in your life right now that's worthwhile? Now, why do I ask you that? Because what I realized for me is when I made the decision that my life was going to be about impact instead of income, when I said to myself that I'm going to focus on significance versus success, that's when I got the success and the income. I want to repeat this because I don't think you always hear it, because some people chase money. I never chase money. I chase significance. I chase impact. I chase making a difference in my community. Because I focus on that, all the other stuff comes with it, right? The good book says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and everything else shall be added unto you. And so I understand what God has called me to do, and I seek ye first what he's called me to do. And everything else is added unto it. So are you pursuing something right now that is worthwhile? Some of you that might be watching right now aren't pursuing anything. And therefore, you don't have the things that come with the pursuit of happiness, the pursuit of significance, the pursuit of life changing, the pursuit of a world changer. Are what you seeking right now, is it worthwhile? See, some people woke up this morning and they're seeking some concert tickets. Is your concert tickets worthwhile? Some people woke up this morning trying to figure out how they're going to get to the NBA finals. You know what I'm saying? So is what you are looking to accomplish really worthwhile? You may not be convinced of the worth of what you're doing. You may not be doing it in the right way. All in all, persevering people get the job done. Now, here's some development ideas to develop your perseverance. Some causes us less skilled use. Says number one, don't push harder. If you don't push hard enough, if you give up too soon, if you're impatient, if you have lost your passion, if you have a short span of attention, you take things personally, you're uncomfortable with rejection, you wilt in the face of resistance, and you won't take charge. What's going on, Justin? How are you? What's going on, Bobby Blue? He says here, some ways to develop this competency. Number one, you want to ask yourself, give up. Are you a person that gives up after one or two tries? So this, if you have trouble going back the second or third time to get something done, then switch approaches. This is a very valuable idea or solution, especially if you're in sales, if you are in network marketing, if you have anything to do where you realize you're going to face rejection all the time. But the question is, are you willing to go back and ask again? Because what I found in my life, you might say no today. That don't mean you saying no tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You might say no today, but tomorrow you might feel different and you might say yes tomorrow. So are you willing to make the call tomorrow? And are you willing to do it with a different approach? That's something new, something fresh, a different spin on whatever it is that you are promoting or marketing or suggesting or recommending. Because maybe they just don't get it, right? And I understand this, right? And all I'm doing, I'm selling hope. I'm selling the belief that you can be rich. And some people just don't want to receive it. Some people just can't accept it. So I don't come at them the same way every day. I come with a different approach. Well, maybe when you see this Bitcoin rising $400 over in 24 hours, maybe now you want to get rich. I don't know. And then maybe tomorrow I come with a different approach. Well, you didn't like that way. Well, you're broke. I'll fix broke. How about that? Did that approach work? It's different approaches. But guess what? Every day I'm going to be knocking. Every day I'm going to be seeking. Every day I'm going to be asking. Why? Because I realize that other people are asking too. It is just a matter of who done sold you. Has someone sold you on being broke? Or has someone sold you on being rich? Everything is a sale. The question is, what have you bought? The question is, what have you bought? What conditioning program have you bought? Have you bought the poverty mindset program? Is that the program that you bought? Or have you bought the wealth building program? Which one have you bought? Everything is a sale. You have been sold on the life that you live right now. Are you willing to upgrade? Are you willing to buy something different? Are you willing? That's the thing. Or are you comfortable because you've been dealing with this program for however long you've been dealing with it, and someone told you or you believe that that's the best way to do it, this is the best life? That's the question I ask. What program have you bought? And is that program really the best program for you? Something to think about. So some people get stuck in repeating grooves that's not working. If it's not working, if it's broke, fix it. Do something different next time. If you visited once for someone who you have difficulties with, invite him or her to your once next time. Think about multiple ways to get the same outcome. For example, to push the decision through, you can meet with stakeholders first. Go to a single stakeholder. Study and present the problem to a group. Call a problem-solving session or call in an outside expert. Be prepared to do them all when obstacles arise. If you have a problem with meeting resistance, she suggests this. Don't persevere because you prefer to avoid conflict. Hesitate in the face of resistance and adverse reaction. Conflict slows you down, shakes your confidence in decision. Do you backpedal, give in too soon, try to make everyone happy when your initiative hits resistance? Keep it on the problem and the objectives. Depersonalize. If attacked, return to what you're trying to accomplish and invite people's criticisms and ideas. Listen. Correct if justified. Stick to your point. Push ahead again. Resistance is natural. Some of the time it's legitimate. Most of the time it's just human nature. People push back until they understand. Everybody put in comments will understand. People push back until they understand. So when we start talking about Bitcoin again, right? Many people haven't invested because they don't understand. Many people have not got on the train because they don't understand. So what do? We say, well, hey, we understand that there's many people who don't understand this part of the game. So we're going to put together some classes all week long so that people who want to understand, they can come to class, get the understanding that they need. So now they're not walking around in ignorance. They're walking around in education. They're walking around enlightened. They're walking around empowered in order to make better decisions for their life. Sometimes you got to understand, but guess what? Even though you make the class available, even though you tell everybody, hey, here's where you can come get the understanding that you need, it's up to them to show up. Because maybe they don't want to understand. They're just protecting territory. So maybe you're a person that procrastinates. Are you a person that procrastinates? You don't go back a second time until forced to by deadlines. You're less motivated when your first attempt falls flat or meets resistance. Don't get back to people when you said you would. You might not produce results consistently. Some of your work will be marginal because you only had time for 1 or 2 attempts before the project was due. Start earlier. Reduce the time between attempts. Always start 10% of each attempt immediately after it's apparent it will be needed so you can get better gauge what it's going to take to finish. Always assume it will take more time than you think it's going to take. He says here, taking resistance personally. My goodness, Lisa. Whoa, good Jesus. Whew, I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to pick this up tomorrow. Do you take resistance personally? It says this, if you tend to take rejection or inattention or non-responsiveness personally, focus on why it isn't personal. Develop a philosophical stance toward rejection and failure. After all, most innovations fail. Most proposals fail. The majority of efforts to change people fail. And most attempts to change organizations fail. Anything really worth doing takes personal effort. And everything could always be done better. Remember, resistance is normal, not abnormal. Even resistance that looks and sounds personal may not be. Keep reminding yourself what you are there to do. Keep making the business case. How can everyone win? Don't get dragged down by personal concerns. Keep it objective. Listen, absorb the heat. Look for quality feedback and respond appropriately. Always return to the facts and your agenda. The closer you get to success, the more the heat of the naysayers may increase. Work even harder. Listen, answer all questions and objections. Focus on the work, not yourself. Everybody put that in comments below. Focus on the work, not yourself. Focus on the work and not yourself. Don't expect everyone to cheer your successes. Some will be jealous. Some will be jealous. And so we just went through 4. We got a couple more. We'll try to pick that up tomorrow or whenever we come back. We got 4 things here that have to do with perseverance. She's providing you with some tips on how you can actually persevere if you find yourself in these situations. Of course, we're going through the 5 rules for persevering life. We're in chapter number 2. We're talking about persevering at work. And then we'll pick this back up next time we meet, guys. But you get the book. It's $10. We got them in stock. All you got to do is just inbox us your order. As you see, we got the African Pride book jewelry as well. This is going to be a bookmark. You can order that as well. That's going to be $10 for you. Also, either way, just inbox and let us know, because what you end up doing, guys, you end up practicing group economics just by buying a book. See, your money is going to circulate through me. It's going to circulate through the author. It's going to circulate through the custom designer, right? And it's going to be all black economy, right? It's going to be all black people getting money, right? Because you just made a purchase of a book, or you made a purchase of a bookmark, and you didn't go purchase someone else's book who's not from your own family, who's not from your own kind. You purchase from your own people. That's just what it is, guys. We got to practice what we preach, which is group economics, which is circulating your dollar right back within your very own community, right? And watching the black economy grow. Well, guys, ERGJ, certified financial educator, founder of the New Black Wall Street and the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Just want to thank you so much for being here today on this terrific Thursday. Want to remind you of this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together.
New It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club with your host Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now you ain't gotta leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club.